Morning, Saturday, 12th of May. It is 9 minutes past 9 a.m. here in Australia, and here is my latest video blog. I'm going to do an awareness video today on CryptoCarz, which is a blockchain-enabled VR racing experience. It's going to be focusing on fast cars, digital assets, customized digital assets, and appealing to a certain market niche or a certain demographic. Now, very, very similar to CryptoKitties. So we're talking about a micro economical type of environment. It's not going to appeal to everyone. I mean, I admit I'm not into CryptoKitties. It's all very, very cute, but it's not quite my thing. When I first saw it, I thought, is this really going to catch on? I didn't really know enough about it, but it's very, very interesting to see that it does appeal to a lot of people, and it's created a huge internal marketplace where digital assets with these CryptoKitties are exchanged for monetary value internally via smart contracts, and they've got their own token, which I'll cover in a minute. Now, CryptoCarz is obviously appealing to a slightly different market niche, fast cars. It's a bit of a thing in the crypto world, Lambo and all of that type of stuff, so it's going to appeal to a lot of people. I do believe this is setting the foundation for the evolution in virtual reality and the gamification of virtual reality, creating incentives to interact with games via monetary value, and also creating digital assets of value or a perceived value if that's your thing. So it's a very, very interesting concept. And I wanted to learn a little bit more about it, and I've opened up a whole heap of tabs as I do, and I'm just going to run through them, and hopefully some of this information is valid. What is CryptoCarz? It's a multiplayer virtual reality enabled racing experience powered by blockchain technology, allowing you to build and drive your own ride online, where our racetracks will let you test your skills. Our garage will offer the latest of mods and kits to create unique builds. Each car is from a limited edition series model that will also be a collectible piece in your virtual garage, exactly like a real car. Invite your friends to check out your ride in our virtual showroom, then put the pedal to the metal in different modes of racing action. CryptoCarz models are related to popular cryptocurrencies, so expect some exciting aspects here, but we can't tell you more for the moment. So essentially a unique marketplace where you can build your own customized collectible racing car, race your friends, and also brand it to your favorite cryptos. Very, very interesting. There's no doubt that the whole blockchain is supporting tokenization and gamification, and I think this is going to be one of many that are going to come forward. Now I've just clicked on a couple of different tabs. This is just a gallery. It shows you an example of different cars that can be built. Essentially, I think this is just concept stage. There's going to be a whole heap of different options, and there's no doubt they'll probably come up with different types of cars, and you probably see sponsors coming in, and we see different branded cars come in as well. So early days. Now I just opened up a one-pager. Now, how is this going to actually work? It's a little bit different to the normal tokens that we see on the exchange. They're going to be creating, or actually following the lead of CryptoKitties, and that is using the ERC721 token platform or protocol, which is going to enable a very good, seamless smart contract exchange for digital assets. To play, users will have to load the car assets into the game from an Ethereum wallet, where they are stored as an ERC721 token. The ERC721 token has paved the way for a new digital class of digital assets called non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, or NFTs. These allow users to own, customize, and maintain control in the same way as in the physical world. And that's going to be done by an exchange of smart contracts. Now, CryptoKitties does the same thing. I did open up their white paper, and there's just I've got this little paragraph here. I'm going to read it out. In general, tokens on the blockchain are fungible. The value of every token is the same and similar to cash. It doesn't matter what token you receive. Because of this, blockchains track counts of tokens instead of the specific tokens themselves. This works well for things like stocks or currencies, but because CryptoKitties are genetically unique and breedable, we needed to create a non-fungible token environment. To do this, we pioneered the ERC721 protocol for non-fungible tokens, the standard for transactions and ownership of non-fungible assets on the blockchain. Using this protocol, CryptoCarz provides both an interface to browse unique items and robust smart contracts to conduct transactions or breeding or creating, customizing once both parties agree. So what I think that means is that you'll have, obviously you can have two different digital assets and they'll have two different values based, sort of like an auction. Instead of just having one token to a certain market value, you'll have a digital asset or a smart contract. C721s are involved in that arrangement. I've still got to get my head around that a little bit, but it's different to the normal tokens that you'll see on the exchange. Creates a value for the contract or the digital asset as a whole. I think that makes sense. What I've got is another little page here. So this is going to be just a little brief overview on, it's an abstract from their white paper. Blockchain Studios contends that this new asset class opens up new opportunities for user engagement and ownership. We believe that the first wave of innovation will come from gaming. CryptoCarz is the first platform to bring together blockchain, virtual reality and gaming technologies. By giving gamers new options to visualize, own, adapt and race their own car, or in this sense digital asset, we think a new era in gaming has arrived. And you'll probably find, like I said, this is going to roll over into other digital assets and other copyrights or intellectual property platforms. That's where I can see this. So it's going to open up a whole heap of new opportunities for creative arts, if you want to look at it that way. Gaming on the blockchain, this covers a little bit more of the NFTs. Just checking what I wanted to, I highlighted this. Okay, Blockchain Studios was created on the premise that blockchain technologies were set to break through into consumer use cases and technologies. First movers, such as CryptoCarz and Ethereum, have crossed into popular culture as new forms of collectibles. They are digital assets that can be owned and traded in the same way that comic books or artwork can be bought and sold in the physical world. So we're talking about smart contracts based on an intellectual property, a form of creation in the virtual world. Digital collectibles have paved the way for new applications of blockchain technologies. We now refer to these assets as non-fungible tokens, NFTs as I mentioned, pieces of digital content that are unique and exist as a fixed number, and can be bought and traded in an internal marketplace. In this context, a blockchain can also serve as a ledger that maintains ownership of NFTs. The most widely used NFT is the ERC721 standard and developed on the Ethereum blockchain. So the power of blockchain allows the ledger, allows the encryption and security of the smart contract arrangements to maintain the integrity of that particular digital asset. So we're talking about ownership of the actual space. So next is gaming and esports. According to Statista.com, the worldwide esport market revenue last year reached 650 million and 350 million viewers. It is projected to reach over 1.6 billion in revenue, 550 million viewers by 2021, with the majority participants in the above average income bracket. League of Legends and is a free-to-play game and has 100 million monthly active users last year. And the Esport Championship final attracted 43 million viewers worldwide with a prize pool of 5.7 million. So there's no doubt that the gaming sector is massive. And I think the big thing is how much the blockchain tokenization gamification element is going to change gaming forever, and I can see so many new, amazing things come from this space. In the car racing sector, the first season of the official FIA Formula One eSports series last year registered 63,827 drivers taking part in the qualifying stages, with most of the semi-finalists coming from the Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC gaming platforms. Formula One racing driver and double world champion Fernando Alonso has recently launched an esports team in partnership with Logitech, where he will be serving as a team principal. So you can see that it's going to obviously integrate real life into virtual reality. I mean, we know it's already done. We've seen a lot of the games on Xbox One and PlayStation. However, we're going to see a transition to blockchain. Getting my head around some of this. Obviously, I don't want to bore you too much with this. You can get into, I think it's fairly straightforward. We're talking about virtual reality, gamification, smart contracts, digital assets, trading marketplaces, and monetary value and gamification. And I think that's the big thing here. CryptoCarz is a multiplayer, fully immersive VR-enabled racing experience powered by Ethereum blockchain. To race in the game, a user will have to demonstrate ownership of a car that is modified and stored as an ERC-721 Ethereum token in the gamer's private wallet. The car will then be loaded into the game via integration with MetaMask and other tools. The game will initially offer 20 car models representative of the top cryptocurrencies. Each model will have a maximum of 650 units, hard-coded and numerically defined in the smart contract. No further cars in these models will be produced in the future, which will make them unique. And obviously that's what creates the value, is you'll be able to modify your car and it will be a one-off car. Now, someone wants to buy it, they obviously have to pay for it. Here's just an example of the different cryptocurrencies, and you can obviously put the little badges. I did look into I think the whole experience is going to be around the customization of these cars, and you'll be able to monitor it in the garage, cover the speed, the acceleration, the braking, the cornering, the stability, the power, and the servicing, and do what you need, just like in some of the other games that we're familiar with on Xbox One and PlayStation. We've seen a lot of the rally car games and things like that. You can actually modify a lot of the elements of the car and performance of the car. What else have I got? There's going to be some different stages to the actual build of the actual platform, there's no doubt. You can come and read some of this. I don't want to bore you too much. There's going to be different phases, everything from launch of the platform all the way through to user experiences. There's a roadmap. They're talking about pre-dev. There's going to be the phase one, which is what they're calling the walk. It's going to take about 3 months. That's going to be the marketplace for the cars, and they talk about car components and a test track. And then there'll be phase two. There'll be a drive phase where there'll be a single track time trial, additional components, marketplace for components. That's going to take 3 months. Then there's 6 to 8 months of development, which is the race phase, phase 3, which is going to be an online multiplayer virtual reality environment. There's going to be content creation and multiplayer platforms. So a whole heap of things are going to evolve from CryptoCarz, and you can come and have a look on the website. Looks like fun. Might be a bit of a phase. And when I say that, I mean that it's going to be an evolving space. I can see this being the first element. It's like the one pager of a massive industry that's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I did some videos the other day on some other blockchains that are coming out with virtual reality studios, and it's going to be huge. And I think there'll be virtual reality worlds at home. People will have their own little virtual reality rooms where you put on your goggles and you'll be able to run your entire life through. A bit like Minority Report, where you see Tom Cruise moving his hands around, or gesture controlled, and you'll be able to have full interactions with the world via virtual reality goggles and your own private hubs. And so it's a very exciting space. I'm not sure where it's going to head. However, come and check out CryptoCarz if that's your thing. Maybe CryptoKitties is your thing. I'm into a little bit of gaming, so this is of interest. I'm always looking at how it's going to get better, or the end user experience is going to get better, and I think virtual reality is going to be that thing. That's all I got. Hope you got something from that. Tune into my next video. Let me know what you think of these type of things on my Steemit blog. I'm happy to have a conversation. And if you think it's a winner, if you think it's going to be just fun, or you think it's a novelty, do you think it's going to get bigger than we realise? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys, and tune into my next video.